What's up, everybody? Ballard here, checking in. Christian Ballard at Ballard Sports Media. Gonna look at a game today in the Lone Star Showdown. This is the second straight year for this rivalry after being not suspended or anything necessarily, but when A&M split off to the SEC and left the Big 12, it kind of went away. But um, obviously, it seems this one's going to stick around for a bit. But we're going to look at that game today. I'm not going to share screen or anything. We're just going to kind of talk about it. But Texas A&M comes in 11-0, one of the best teams in the nation, alongside teams like Ohio State. They're number 3 ranked, and they go to Texas, who is 8-3, looking to, I don't know, end the season on a high note. One of their losses being to Ohio State, of course, early in the season in week 1. They come in number 17 in the country. This is a night game on November 28th on Black Friday. So, looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a great game. Could be a really close one. I so much don't think it's going to be a close one. I'm going to predict this based on how I feel about these teams. I don't think Texas is all that. I'm surprised they're still ranked, actually. I know they've had a tough schedule. They've lost teams like Georgia and Ohio State. I I don't know. The fact they're in the top 20 is kind of absurd to me, and maybe that's a bold take or statement. Um, the spread's 2.5, just opened up this week. It does favor the Aggies on the road. Uh, the Longhorns have a 51.5% chance to win. I'm just not buying it. I like Marcel Reed a little bit more than Arch Manning right now. Manning has more passing yards and less interceptions. I will say the Aggies are turnover prone a little bit, but they still find ways to win the game, especially on defense. Um, just so much to love. Their leader, Howell, I don't have the first name pulled up. I guess I could do that here. This is Cassius Howell. Has a forced fumble, no picks, 11.5 sacks, 18 solo tackles. So uh, he's got the numbers. He's a senior. He's 6'2", 248. Height wise, maybe a little bit undersized. 248 is about the right kind of weight for a guy like that in that position. So, but Cassius Howell, and then you have guys like Terry and York, who has a sack and 25 solo tackles, has yet to force any fumbles or interceptions. They don't really, they can get off the field on third down, and that's really where they strive defensively. The Aggies do. And other than that, they really don't force a lot of actual turnovers. I mean, you can turn it over on downs, get off the field on third down, stuff like that. But overall, man, like I like the offense. I really love the offense. I feel like watching this year's Aggies offense, it makes me think of 2019 LSU. It makes me think of 2020 Bama. It just does. Not because they're in the SEC. And I'm not even saying they're going to win the title. I don't know. I wouldn't bet against it. I wouldn't bet on it. I wouldn't bet on anybody to win the title this year. Really, even at this point in the season, because we still got a lot left to be played. But for A&M, it's I don't know. It just seems like everything has come together at the right moment for them. Um, and here they are, fixing to be 12-0 if they can win this. And for sure, I mean, look, they're even with this loss. I mean, are they still going to? Well, if they lose this, there's a good chance they get knocked out of the SEC title. Like everything's in front of them if they win this game for sure. They could still have a scenario where they lose and still go, depending on what happens in games like the Egg Bowl, the Iron Bowl. Georgia, I think we can all, at the moment, assume they're going to be there next week in Atlanta yet again, but I don't know. There's so many tie-breaking scenarios and just speculation that people have put out. This game, by the way, at Texas, 7:30 kickoff on Black Friday Eastern time. It'll be 6:30 over there. DKR Memorial Stadium. Under the lights, 64-degree weather should be a good one. A night game at Texas does concern me, but I try not to get into the whole. Like, I don't put it on the back burner with home field advantage. I don't do that. I don't try to put it on the shelf too much. I make predictions based on who I think is just the better team and who I think is going to win. I really like Texas A&M this year, possibly even to win the SEC. We'll see what happens in this game if they're playing next week and all that good stuff. We'll do conference title previews next up, but let me know what you guys think in the comments. I don't want to keep you on too long. My prediction, A&M probably goes into DKR and honestly just dominates like they have everybody else. Pretty much everybody else. Am I crazy with this score? Texas has, well, maybe. I don't know. I got them by 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns? Yeah, 2. I'm going to go 35-21 A&M. And believe me, I get it if it sounds great. I get that. Maybe I'm overly confident in the Aggies right now. And, Texas, they'll hang around. Arch is a good quarterback. He's not what we made him out to be, and he definitely doesn't look like his uncle, but he's still good. He's still a good leader for this program, for this team. But then the other side of the ball, A&M's got a good defense. They'll stop them. Texas has a great defense. They might stop the Aggies a little bit. But Marcel Reed, I feel like they could go out here and have a field day offensively and score at will. Reason I put 35 and not more is because it's a rivalry game and you never know. KC Concepcion, 829 receiving yards. You look at the running back here, Ruben Owens, 570 yards off 99 carries and 5 touchdowns, averages about 5.8 a carry for the Aggies. So they have the pieces offensively to really put up as much as they want to. But in a rivalry game, I try to be careful with predictions. I want to do them. I do them anyway. Overall, it's almost hard to pick here who wins this game. Because on one hand, it's hard to go undefeated in the regular season. So you kind of want to pick Texas, right? Plus, they're at home. On the other hand, just when you start to think the Aggies are going to lose a game, it's like they show up and not lose. They find ways to win, which I think is awesome. I'm sure people early on thought they would lose to Notre Dame. Probably Auburn. Probably Missouri on the road, and they blew them out. They had a close one with Carolina, and they won. They had one with Arkansas that was really close, that probably shouldn't have been that close or high scoring. They went on the road. They got LSU. They always find ways to win. That's the crazy thing about Texas A&M. So I'm going to leave it on that note. 35-21. I'm going bold. Let me know what you guys think. Happy Thanksgiving. Have an awesome and blessed week. And we'll get some more previews out for you coming up soon here at Ballard Sports Media. Love you. Jesus loves you. God bless. And we'll see you next time.